National identity cards have become one of the most important documents for every Ugandan. The document is a requirement to access services from government departments and agencies. Every Ugandan, including babies, is entitled to a national ID, or at least a national identification number, commonly known as NIN. Introduced about 15 years ago, many Ugandans continue to flock nearer offices to get the IDs. Some want to be registered for the first time, others are seeking replacement of missed IDs, while others want their misspelled names on the IDs to be corrected.
It is the right of the citizens of Uganda to be identified. They've got a right to own an ID.
For a replacement, an applicant has to part with at least Uganda shillings 50,000. Recently, government announced plans to increase the fee to Uganda shillings 200,000 to ensure that holders of such documents start treasuring them.
To raise the cost of replacing an ID or correcting errors to 200,000, we are simply trying to leave some people behind, and that is unacceptable. In my opinion, we are just deciding to send those people to hell.
If we only quoted the very recent COVID-19 and how the Prime Minister called on everybody who thinks they are poor to present their national IDs before they can access 100,000 for recovery, the poor did not have them. So they were left behind. It was very discriminatory.
Much as an ID can be replaced a month after logging in an application, most applicants wait up to 3 years and beyond to get their new IDs. As a result, many elderly people have missed out on their Special Citizens Grant, a monthly fee paid to elders aged 8 years and above. Members of the Parliamentary Forum on Social Protection want NIRA to create a special program for the elderly to get their IDs.
Older persons, at times, their fingerprints could not be read by these machines. Their faces, if a face had wrinkles, they will chase you. You don't waste our time, the thing is not capturing you, go away. If at all, this machine is not reading so and so, what else? Can't we have an alternative?
If, for instance, you commit an error as the officer who is registering somebody for an ID, who should be paid? For me, that's a question for someone to answer. If you take me as somebody from Teso to register somebody from the West, and I fail to spell the name properly, whose mistake is that?
The MPs are also opposed to the Uganda shillings 5,000 charge paid to acquire a birth certificate for the newborn babies, as well as death certificates.
The national identity card for adults is for free, but the birth certificates are for pay. I don't know where the children work. It's a shame, it's very laughable, that the adults are given for free and the children must pay. So these are things that we need to look at, because these children are going to grow and become adults, and so they need the birth certificate gives them a nationality, an identity, and a citizenship.
The concern comes at a time elderly people are about to mark the International Day for the Elderly, whose focus is to ensure resilience for the older persons to cope in the changing world. Ramson Muhire, CTV PM Edition.